Okay, welcome guys. So my name is Ashleigh, for those of you that might not know me. I have been a coach for almost 5 years, and I've been a full-time coach. So I used to do cosmetology. I left my salon job 3 years ago now. So I've been a full-time coach for 3 years. I have two sons, and I'm pregnant with my daughter. So just living that glamorous at-home mom life, nauseous pregnant life every day. And yeah, I mean, I could sit here and like share accolades and all that stuff, but I feel like none of that really matters. So just proud of you for being here, getting on this call. I have some slides that I'm going to show you guys, so I'll share my screen. If you guys have questions, go ahead and throw them in the chat, or feel free to unmute yourselves, and then at the end we can kind of go over as much as we can. Write down questions for either me or for your personal coach, because it might be a lot of info, but it's very basic at the same time. But I think this will really help you guys get kicked off. So let me share my screen with you. Okay, can everybody see that okay? Okay, cool. Okay, so first thing, I don't know how new you guys are. You could have totally just signed up today. You could have been a coach for a while now, but you're just looking to like kickstart, jumpstart your business. Whatever it may be, something that was always very helpful for me as a new coach was using my resources. And I just want you guys to really get familiar with the different resources that are available to us, because your upline might not always be available to answer questions right away. You don't always want to rely on that type of like service, I guess, as nice as it is just to have somebody find the answer for you. The best coaches, I feel like, just when they use their own resources to try to figure it out first, chances are you're going to find it. So logging into your coach online office, this is something that I do daily, multiple times a day. It always shocks me when coaches tell me they haven't logged into their office in like over a week. Make sure this is something you guys are checking into, if not daily, very often, just because this is where you're going to see new updates. You're going to see your new customers show up, your volume, your Success Club points. You're going to see your paychecks, all of that good stuff. There's training back there. There's a lot of resources. There's challenge group guides for every single program that we have to offer. So that alone is something just to one of these nights, just kind of pick apart and just go through your coach online office, and just really get familiar with that platform. The team pages that we have, we're so lucky to have so many amazing coaches on this team that have all of these resources for you. So you're probably in your uplines team page if they have their own. You might be in an upper uplines team page. But take a look within there through the files, tabs, the documents, all of that stuff, and you guys are going to see things like scripts. What ifs, if I get into this scenario, like all of these questions that you probably have are going to be located in your team page. You're going to have past call recordings, all of that good stuff. So make sure you guys are constantly checking into there too. Even if you're somebody that has to shut your notifications off because it just rattles your brain to have these things going off all day long, that's fine. Just kind of make a check mark in your to-do list to pop into there. New coach trainings that we have. There's, depending on who your upline is and all of that good stuff, it might look a little different for each of us, but there is definitely a training to get you plugged into. This is going to be filled with info. I always like to say that, people tell me, and maybe you felt this way too, that when you're new or before you decided to sign up, you're like, well, I don't know how to do that. But that's okay, because any job that you start, like this is a job, this is a business, whether you're going to treat it as a hobby or as something you're like looking to blow up, you are not going to know everything right away. That's what all of these resources are for. When you go to a brand new job, wherever it may be, there's a training portion of it before you actually get started. And that's what this is for as well. Just because it's self-paced and you have to kind of push your own self to do it, it doesn't make it any different. This is where you're going to learn. You're going to constantly be clicking back to for resources on all of that. TheCoachFAQ.com. This, guys, is huge. Like, you'll see if you're in the Beachbody Champions page, which you should be, or Team Beachbody 411 page, anywhere, like Constantly Corporate will be referencing like, okay, Ultimate Portion Fix, FAQ, blah, 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 blah. So you go to CoachFAQ.com, and this is going to give you all the details of new program launches, how much they are, when things are on sale, all of that good stuff. Anything about events, recognition, you are going to find in the FAQ, and you can just type into the search bar and it's going to pop right up for you. YouTube and Google, as silly as this sounds, there's so many coaches out there that make these amazing resources and they make them public. And we're really lucky that this company just is always sharing everything with each other, because it's such great info. And what you might not get from one coach, you can get a different perspective from a different one. And so again, just typing into YouTube or Google, like if you're unsure of what Emerald is or Diamond is, Team Beachbody Emerald, like it will pop right up. It will tell you how to get there, etc. And it's super helpful. I used YouTube all the time when I first became a coach. So just really like knowing your resources and using them first before always just relying on your upline coach is going to make you a much more self-efficient coach. Okay. Sorry, guys. Okay. The 4 vital behaviors, if you guys don't know what this is something that corporate puts out for us of things that we should be doing to be successful in our business. So number 1 is just being proof that the products work. So doing your workout, drinking your shake, getting results. That's part of our job. Now that you're a coach, you're not expected to be this perfect fitness robot. Like, nobody wants that. That's gross. Like, it's unrealistic. So don't think that now maybe you were a challenger and now you're a coach, that you have to like morph into this like person. You don't. You're just going to keep continuing what you're doing. So you're going to pick your program and you're going to do your workouts. You're going to follow the calendar that's provided for you, and you're going to drink your Shakeology, and you're going to share that. And that's the coolest thing about what we do, is that the number 1 thing is to just be healthy for ourselves and show up for ourselves, because that is inspiring other people. Number 2 is that you're just simply going to share your program journey, your journey through Shakeology, through all of our products. Like, I'm a huge sharer of the Beachbody Performance line. Me and my husband love Energize. We love Recover. I share that a lot on my social media, because you just fall in love with these programs and these products. It's easy to talk about. I always tell my new coaches, when you think about, you go to this amazing restaurant, or maybe you just got this like kick-ass lip color, and you want to tell everyone about it because you had such a good experience. That's exactly what you're doing here. Think about all the products that you guys endorse naturally because you just absolutely love them, and you don't make a dime doing it. So if you can do this by being healthy and being your best self and sharing that journey, it's not yucky. You're not selling. You're just simply sharing to connect with others and invite them to join you. So you're going to share that journey through social media, whatever that might look like for you. And then you're going to invite them to your next group or your coach's next group, which I'm going to talk about a little bit later. The third one is personal development. This one I think can be bypassed very easily by coaches, new coaches, veteran coaches, but it's so important. You talk to any successful coach in this business and they will tell you that their turning point in their business was when they started being consistent with personal development. I am not a reader, so when I first became a coach, I was like, I gotta read these self-help books. Like, I don't know about that. Don't think of it like that. And honestly, these books are so relatable to people, even if they're not in business or any type of model at all. I recommend to my challengers a lot of these books. But there's Audible, there's podcasts, there's YouTube videos. Like, find something that like relates to you. Right now, I think probably the whole world is listening to Girl Stop Apologizing by Rachel Hollis. She's amazing. If you guys haven't read Girl Wash Your Face, that's her other book, also amazing. Mel Robbins' 5-Second Rule, that's one of my absolute favorite books if you guys struggle with procrastination or anything. But just really incorporating 10 minutes into your day, whether that's sitting down and physically reading something, or like I'll listen to it in the car while I'm folding laundry, sometimes when I'm in the shower, like just whenever I get a chance, I'll turn it on, and it just gets your mind in the right headspace to do an at-home business, honestly, and just to believe in yourself and give yourself that little extra bit of confidence. So please don't skip over that step. If you guys need recommendations, you can reach out to me, reach out to your coach, let them know what you struggle with. Maybe it's time management, maybe it's procrastination, maybe you just need a feel-good confidence book, and they can recommend one for you to get started with. The fourth one is something new that they added, which I absolutely love, is recognition. We all love to be recognized. It feels good to be recognized for your hard work. I don't know about you guys, but my past job, I might have gotten recognition from my clients when they loved their hair. But as far as from the management part of my job, I felt like I was doing so much and I never got a great job, Ashleigh, or something like that. And so to feel that recognition, whether it's for the smallest thing, whether you're recognizing your challengers because they showed up for 3 days straight already this week, that feels good. And people love to be celebrated. And it just makes you want to continue. So make sure, even if you have no coaches under you right now, recognize your challengers, recognize yourself, recognize that you showed up, you followed your meal plan, you did your workout, and you posted on your social media for the week. Those are amazing things. And they just a feel good thing, So 4 vital behaviors, you do these every day, you are going to see massive growth within your business. Okay, so let's talk about what our first goal as a new coach should be. Really simple, guys. I think we sign up, we get so excited. I don't know about you guys. I got that overwhelm. I'm so excited, but I'm so overwhelmed feeling when I first signed up as a coach. I wanted to do all the things within the first hour. But what you guys want to focus on is 1, your own journey, and 2, is helping 3 people sign up with literally what you guys signed up with. So most of the time when you're signing up as a new coach, you signed up with a challenge pack, one of the fitness bundles, right? Whether that included BOD and Shakeology, or maybe you just started with Transform 20 or the new Portion Fix. That's what you're going to become familiar with. When I signed up, we didn't have Beachbody On Demand, so you had to pick one program. I signed up with T25 and Shakeology. And that at the time was a $205 challenge pack. And I signed everybody up with that challenge pack because that's the program I was doing. That's what I was familiar with. And that's what I was talking about because I was seeing great results with it. So if you think of it that way, of that, I just signed up with this amazing thing that I have now that whether you're a day or 2 into it, you're loving, you want to go help 3 other people sign up with that same thing. Obviously, talk about your goals. If you have somebody that is really restricted with exercise and say you signed up with Transform 20 and they can't do that, then obviously you're going to find something they can do. But if you just think of it as, I'm going to sign 3 people up with what I just signed up with, I'm going to get them started with Shakeology, and I'm going to get them started with Beachbody On Demand. It's super simple. If you do that, that means you hit what's called Success Club. Success Club is a measurement system that corporate sets for us, just to measure that your business is moving forward every single month. And so what that is that's helping 3 people a month, new people a month, and you will hit what's called Success Club. You also have to be on 90 PVHD, which if you guys are on Shakeology monthly, that's one of the ways to stay active on there. If you get the performance line, you guys can talk. If you're unsure about that, talk with your coach. But most of you are probably signed up with Shakeology, so you're good to go. But hitting Success Club not only is an amazing benchmark in your business, guys, it's something that I have prioritized over 50 months within my business as a no matter what thing, because I know that if I'm helping 3 new people a month, I'm pushing my business forward. I'm getting new people in the door. I'm introducing new people to these programs and these products that have completely changed my life. And it's just this compound effect within your business. And if you do it within your first 3 months as a new coach, you get to earn a free ticket to our summit, which I'm so upset because of the timeline of when I'm due that I can't go to Summit this year. But guys, Summit is unreal. Like, it's so much fun. It's our annual, like, big conference. Everybody's there. All the super trainers are there. You get to work out live with the super trainers. This year, it's back in Indianapolis. You guys can still, I'm unsure of the timeline if you can earn this year's ticket. I will have to look that up. You might, if you earn it this year, you might actually be getting next year's free summit. But you can still pay to go if that's the case for this year. Like, get yourselves to Summit, because it is going to just blow your business up. You're going to be like blown up with inspiration, and it's just fun to see your team. We get to do this a lot, which is amazing, this virtual connection. But when you actually get to spend that like one-on-one time with the people that you do chat with all the time and that are showing up in your challenge groups, like, it's just such a different experience. So Summit is where you want to be for sure. I'm going to have such FOMO this year. But so achieving Success Club consecutively, those first 3 months that you sign up as a coach, and that first month you have a little bit of a wiggle room, but you want those first 3 consecutive months, and you guys will earn your free ticket to Summit, which is like a $295 value. So it's a huge value. And then you'll be called what's called a success starter, which is just one more thing that you guys will get recognized for. And just starting with your friends and your family. You know, most of the time, and this isn't the case for everyone, some people don't always have that at-home support or that support when, you know, you do throw that first post out from people that you know. But most of the time, your friends and your family, the people that already know, like, and trust you, are going to value what you have to say and know that you're not just throwing some stuff up on Facebook. And so those are the people that are going to be the best people to invite first, as you start to grow what's called your cold market, which would be like the people that you don't know so well, or people you're finding through hashtags and stuff on Instagram. Okay, so if you guys have not already, step 1, commit to a challenge group start date. This can be either your own group. So maybe you're like, I'm ready, like, let me fly, I'm going to host my own group. That is amazing. But if you're somebody who's like a little bit hesitant to host their own group, when really, guys, there's so many guides, there's so many, like, you can post whatever you want. There's no right or wrong way to host a challenge group. So don't be intimidated by that. But if you are, it's okay. I always tell my new coaches, invite to my group. I have like an ongoing group, so I'm just always inviting to my challenge group. But if you pick a date 2 to 3 weeks out and stick to it and call it something and just invite to it. When I first signed up, I made an event page on Facebook. I can't even remember what it was called, like Summer Slim Down or something like that. And I just invited every single person I knew. And then I got so excited when somebody was like, what's this challenge group about? And I'm like, oh shit, I don't know, but I really want you to be in it. Like, you know, you just kind of go with it because again, you're just like, well, I just started this amazing journey. Like, do it with me. Let's hold each other accountable. And that's going to give you something to start posting about. And I'm going to talk about at the end, like your coming out posts as a coach, an easy way to invite to a group. Is to talk about this new journey that you just started, or how you're in this amazing challenge group that's helping you stay on track and, you know, get ready for summer or just feel good or build, you know, whatever it is your goals are. But that is going to be the best way to have content right away, because you're obviously not going to have a transformation right off the bat unless if you have done a program before and you want to start talking about that. But commit to a challenge group, either hosting your own or inviting to your uplines group. Okay, so your first couple of invites, now for the most part, we're talking to like friends and family here, right? You might start going through hashtags, you might start getting some people from your cold market that are liking your stuff. But it's really important as soon as you can, and guys, you're not going to be great at this right away. Like if I could show you some of my conversations from when I first started, but it's okay. I'm still here 5 years later. Like try your best to just get over this scary part of having an actual conversation with somebody. Get that limiting belief out of your mind that you don't know what you're talking about, because even if you don't, Google or YouTube or all of our resources are going to make it sound like you know what you're talking about at first. But your goal is to connect. That's what you want to do, is you want to make these connections. This is, you know, network marketing is building relationships. So I was somebody who was so super shy, and I'm even much more outgoing through a computer than I am in person. But that's the coolest thing about this business, is that you can be whoever you want to be. And if people say no to you, who cares? They don't affect your life. Like, you just move on and you talk to somebody else. So you want to try to connect with, and this is a low ball number. So if you guys have had a one-on-one call with your coaches, or maybe you'll have one after this once you go through the training, you want to think like, what type of coach do I want to be? Am I in this just as like a hobby, just to keep myself accountable? Maybe somewhere in the middle, or am I in this to like blow up a business, leave a job, like replace an income, bring home a spouse, whatever it is, and your goals are going to look a little bit different. But if you kind of base it on starting, you know, at least 3 new people a day conversations, 20 people a week, and build from there, it's not going to seem so scary. And it's just going to become more natural for you to keep having these conversations and these connections. Remember that, again, now that you're a coach, you're not like this salesperson. Nobody wants to be sold to by anything. Like, people see, I can't even think of a wording right now, but they will see things and they're just like, oh, red flag, like, nope, don't want to talk to you, like block you. Like, just be yourself, be a human being, talk to these people as if you're talking to, as if you're talking to your best friend or your mom, like someone you're very comfortable with. You're not reaching out to these people to close them. So don't think like, oh, well, I'm going to reach out to Cindy because she liked my picture and she's going to order a challenge pack. Okay. You just want to be that person to connect them. You want to be excited. You want to open the door for them to this new idea of something different. And you want to end your messages with what's called a call to action. So really what all that is ending your conversations, each conversation that you're having, with a question. Because when, 9 out of 10 times when you send somebody a message and you end it with a question, they have to answer you back. It makes it a lot less awkward to ignore you, which, guys, people will ignore you anyway, so just get over that really quickly. But if you're asking a question, they will most of the time answer you back. So try to always, so say you're talking to somebody like about their nutrition, like, hey, hey girl, how's your nutrition going? Any struggles there? Question mark. Then they have to talk about their struggles. Like, oh, you struggle with portion control? Like, what would you say? Like, I know I used to be a huge late night snacker. Like, what would you say is like your biggest struggle there? Like, just kind of dive in and find their need before you fix their need. Okay. So that's why having these back-to-back conversations are going to be so good, because you're making that trust, you're forming that connection with them. You're going to figure out what they truly need. And then you're going to be able to, whether you're going into a resource guide or something and just go, okay, yep, this is what I'm going to recommend for you, because this is going to fix all of what you just told me. And you want to, people are going to push with objections. Welcome them. Like, I'm sure you guys, we all love that perfect person that signs right up and is just like, yeah, sounds good, great, perfect, sign me up. But most of the time we all had objections with signing up. For me, I said it was too much money. I said I didn't like Shakeology. Like, I gave these objections, but my coach welcomed them. She talked about them. She didn't give up on me. She followed up with me, and I finally joined. So just think about that first conversation maybe you had with your coach, and think about how that went, and invite those things into the conversation. Use scripts that are provided in the new coach training, in the team pages. Don't be afraid. Don't blurt the cost out. That's like biggest tip is when people, because probably the second question you'll get after you ask them if they're interested or something is, well, how much does it cost? Don't blurt the cost out, because until you break down the value of something, it's just a number. And people see a number and they decide if it's too much before they even know the breakdown of everything that they're getting. But also don't be afraid of the cost. Like I said, I used to sell $205 challenge packs to every new person that I signed up. And I didn't even think twice to send that number once we got to that point, because I knew what an amazing value it was and how much it helped me and had changed my life within just a short 30-day challenge group. So know that it's an amazing value, and don't think anything less of that, and that will come across throughout your conversations. Don't send your link right away. Don't send your share a cart link right away. Have those conversations first. Really let people know what they're getting. We have these amazing images now, which I absolutely love, is where once you get to that point, you can send a photo of different options of signing up, which kind of explains what they're getting in each bundle. Those are probably also in your team pages, rather than like word vomiting all of this stuff that people are getting. And then once they've decided, once you guys have come together and you've decided, that's when you're going to send them a share a cart link. And 9 out of 10 times you send a share a cart, somebody completes it, and you guys have a new customer. So try to remember, don't show up and throw up, which I did all the time, because you get so excited that somebody responded to you. Just remember, if somebody is meant to join you in that moment, they're going to. So it's okay to message these people and invite them and not be able to respond right away. Just remember that, because otherwise you go into burnout mode, because you think you have to respond to people as fast as they're responding to you. And guys, these people are going to sign up with you if they're ready to sign up. So if you need to, if say you got 10 minutes to do your stuff, and you need to just sit there and send all your invites out, do that first. And then if you have time, go ahead and go through those conversations. And just remember to follow up forever. Like, don't feel funny following up with somebody once you've already asked them or already invited them, and maybe they said no, or maybe they said the time wasn't right for them right now. Continue to follow up with them. Be professional to remember them, that they were interested at one point. And most people will be flattered that you keep checking in with them, because if they told you that they had a goal of losing 10 pounds before their sister's wedding in October, and you care enough about them to keep reaching out to make sure that that happens for them, they're going to sign up with you, because they're going to recognize that you remembered that. So just, fortune is in the follow-up, which you guys will learn more about. Okay. So this is where the fun part comes in, honestly, with this business. Is second goal as a coach is to get to emerald rank. You guys can do this by tomorrow, honestly. Like, I have faith in every single one of you. It's 9 o'clock where I am in Eastern time zone, but you could literally message your booty off, get 2 people signed up as coaches on your team, and wake up as emeralds on our new week on Thursday. But this is something that, do not overcomplicate. Ranks in this business are benchmarks for sure, another form of benchmarks, but they open doors for you for new sources of income, for new recognition, levels of leadership, like all of this stuff that you guys want to achieve. So right now, you guys are right here, hopefully, as an active coach. So that's where we were talking about having the 90 PV that's going to keep you active as a coach. To become emerald, which is our first rank in this business, which is the one that I'm saying you can hit in 24 hours, is 2 coaches underneath you. That's it. One on your left leg and one on your right. When you first sign up your first 2 people, they will automatically be placed left and right. So you don't have to worry about placement, but once you get past those very first 2 people, that's when you'll have to switch your placement to have this even of legs. But this can be, I want to break this down for you guys and make this so simple for you. Okay, emerald rank can be your best friend. Maybe she doesn't want to work the business, but who the heck doesn't love a discount? They can sign up as a coach with their challenge pack in your challenge group for no extra cost, and then now have a discount moving forward on any of their programs and products. So who doesn't love a discount? Get your BFF signed up as one, and on the other side, either get your spouse or your mom, your dad, your cousin, whoever signed up as the other, okay? Like, hey girl, let's do this together. Maybe they want to work the business with you. I started in this business with my best friend, and we ran with it, and it made it that much more fun. And we never thought that we would be leaving our jobs and doing this like full time. It was just a fun thing to, honestly, guys, keep us accountable and to keep going throughout our fitness journey. So get your bestie involved. Get your parents, whoever, even if they don't want to work the business, they do need to be active, but they don't need to actually work the business. Obviously, that's great if you find people that do, but for those first 2 people, like, signing up a spouse, guys, is such a great thing. And I waited way too long to do this. But you want to do this ASAP. And the greatest thing about this is that there's a couple ways you guys can sign them up, where you can either experience new products or you can get a transformation like this. So our 3-day refresh, if you guys are unfamiliar with that, there's a 3-day refresh and Shakeology challenge pack that you guys could sign your spouse up with as a coach. You are going to get 2 Success Club points from that. You're going to get I think it's about $40 in commission off of that. So you're going to make money back, and you're now going to have an active coach. You're also going to have the 3-day refresh, which is one of our 3-day cleanse that's going to be able to give you results to show to your customers and your future customers in 3 days. So now you have this new product you're experiencing, you're making an income off of signing up your spouse. You're that much closer to hitting Success Club, and you're getting a transformation right off the bat. So that is a really great one to get started with. You guys can even get the Shakeology in packets and even do like little of your own sample bundles and, you know, sell a couple of packets for $20 or something like that, just for people who want to give it a try and make your money totally back. Or chances are, like, if you do get people, like, I can't keep this stuff in my house long enough because my husband drinks it, my kids drink it, like, it just kind of ends up being handy. And another thing that I was thinking of that I did with my husband when I signed him up was, at the time, I wanted to try the performance products. I was drinking Shakeology, and I wanted to try Energize and Recover in the performance bundle. So you could sign up your spouse or your mom with the 3-month BOD package with performance bundle, cancel the BOD, once you get signed up, because you already have Beachbody On Demand, but now you have same thing. You're making money back. You're getting 2 Success Club points, and now you have Energize and Recover to try to add in to your workouts and all of that. So there's a lot of benefits of signing up a spouse, not only immediate, but also down the road as you begin to work your business. Your spouse will build this volume, and you guys will learn more about this once you become Emerald, how you can tap into that for extra income. Once you hit Emerald and any of these future ranks, you get to start earning in a whole nother way. So now, when you first become a coach, you're going to start earning commissions. That's going to be your first couple of paychecks. It's going to be your source of income. Where that residual income comes from, you don't have coaches in this business selling hundreds of challenge packs a week to make what they make. They have built a team. They've gotten people on board, again, whether they want a discount, whether they want to rock this business with them, and they now earn what's called Team Cycle Bonus. Excuse me. This is a whole new way of earning through volume that's accumulated within the coaches in your downline, and within their coaches and customers, and you get to tap into this whole new market of income, and that is where you really, really build income in this business. So if you guys are in this, and it's okay if you're in this to build an income, like fully own that, like, hey, it's my job, like, there's no problem with that. But then you want to get your booty to Emerald, like, by tomorrow, and you want to continue to build. You want to continue to get new coaches underneath you, get these people on your team and starting to work their Beachbody business too. And then these ones moving forward are just, there's different ranks. So then you go to Ruby, which most people honestly skip over. And then your next goal will be Diamond. Again, something you guys can do in 30 days. Like, don't overcomplicate these ranks. Just shoot for them and just go for it. And then you can get into a whole Star Diamond all the way up to 15 Star Diamond, which are just really fun. You get like these fun recognition. I love free t-shirts. Like, I'll do anything for that. So, okay, just take a swig here. Sorry, guys. I hope I'm not going too fast for any of you guys. Okay, so kind of like how we talked about before, how, yeah, you're a coach now, but that's not all that you are. Like, you guys are who you are right now, sitting here. You who you were, like, with the hobbies that you enjoy, with the activities that you do. Maybe you do other workouts. Maybe you enjoy going to the gym. Like, maybe you take cooking classes, or you love reading, or you love anything. Like, you have me, like, I have my kids. Share those parts of your life too. Don't just all of a sudden go from being, I didn't go from Ashleigh to fitness Ashleigh, because people would be like, well, that's not real, because like she was never into fitness, like it's this gradual thing that you're now just adding into your own journey that you're sharing on social media. So don't feel like you have to not share pictures with your friends on the weekend. Don't feel like you have to hide the fact that you had donuts on Saturday morning. Like, guys, that's more relatable than somebody who's so perfect all the time. Just be yourself and share all aspects of your life. Sprinkle it within your social media, and you will build that authentic brand that people are going to know, like, and trust and want to join you with. Okay, so this is just an example from one of our coaches of the power of consistency and patience when it comes to posting. The way that we used to post when we first signed up is embarrassing to how we post now, but we wanted to show you guys. It's kind of like a don't do and a do type of version here. So like here, she's got all these products laid out, right? With free t-shirt if you join, details below, like very spammy, something that people like, oh, she's just trying to sell me something, right? Got 29 likes, which is probably more than I would have gotten if I posted that post. But it doesn't make you want to stop your scroll. And if you guys don't know what I mean by that, when you're scrolling your Instagram or your Facebook, like there's just those people that you're like, oh, wait, what was that? Oh, that's a really nice picture. Like, where is she? Like, oh, that looks so pretty there. Or, oh my God, that looks so good. What is she eating? Where did she order that? Like, this doesn't scream, I need to stop and check out what she's doing. To me, this is a million flyers. I don't know. I don't have time to look at it, right? Over here, obviously, she's got this amazing transformation. This is from 80 Day Obsession, like my most favorite program of all time. Got these killer freaking results, right? And she's talking about her transformation through 80 Day Obsession with clear photos. They're just her. There's not a lot in the background. And if you were on social media scrolling between these two photos, you probably would stop and be like, oh my God, she looks amazing. What the heck did she do? And here she's got almost 500 likes, 51 comments. Like, it's light, it's bright. She's talking about where she was, where she is now, 80 days later. And just know that even if you post something right away and it's checking all of these boxes in this picture, and you might get 10 likes, keep going. There is a power in consistency in anything that we do, but especially in this business. Have patience. Know that people just want to know if you're in this. Honestly, I swear we all have those haters that want to see us quit. They want to see us post our day one, and they want to see us post 3 weeks later that we fell off and that we are no longer doing it. There are those jerks out there that thrive off of people that fail. And it's okay to fail and pick yourself back up, but just because you maybe threw out a post and only got 10 likes that day doesn't mean that you suck and nobody wants to join you. Just keep going, have patience, and just keep with your consistency, and I promise all of that will grow.
Ashleigh, can I add something about that?
Yeah.
So many of us, I think, get caught up on the number of likes, like you said, and we get disappointed. But so many times people are watching without liking your stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So don't judge just based on your number of likes. I've had so many people recently reach out to me about getting started that have never once liked a picture, liked a post, engaged in anything, but they're still watching. So don't base it just on the number of likes. I was guilty of it. I still sometimes I'm like, oh man, that post didn't do as well as I thought it would. But you never know who's watching behind without engaging. They might be too nervous to engage. So
true.
Never count out anybody, and don't go just based on the people that are liking your stuff.
Yeah. And that is a great point because, yeah, I mean, I think we've all had it. And like what Mallory was saying is people are afraid to admit that sometimes they want to try something different or that they do need help in just figuring out what could be for them. And they think, well, I don't want to like her stuff because then she's going to message me. Even though if you did message them, like 9 out of 10 times, they're waiting for you to message them.
Yeah.
And that is, yeah, that's so true.
Something you could say too is, I don't know if you've seen my posts about my upcoming group, and that might be enough for them to say, I have seen them, I just haven't reached out. And they might even thank you for reaching out to them. So
Yeah,
just something to think
sure.
about.
Okay. And so then just really quickly, I just want to talk about how this business journey that you guys are now on is very similar to our fitness journeys. Just like our fitness journeys, you don't get results overnight, right? You guys, as much as we would love for that to happen, say you have 20 pounds to lose, it's not going to happen overnight. And it's the same thing with your business. You're not going to go from day one of signing up as a coach to 15-star diamond, making $1,000 a week, like whatever, like retiring from your job in a day or in a week or in 2 weeks. Like you have to be consistent. Like your fitness journey, you have to track what you're doing to see results. We have a calendar on our fitness journeys. We cross it off. We track our food that we're eating. Maybe you're somebody that uses the containers. You're following a meal plan, and all of these things, they just compile and compound over time. And that's when you see results in your fitness journey. And it's the same thing with this business journey. Showing up, whether you are helping somebody that day or not, is planting seeds, opening the doors, and it's getting yourself comfortable enough to keep doing it. It's the same thing with sharing your fitness journey merged with your business journey. Like Mallory was saying, people are watching you, whether they are liking it or not. People might reach out to you a year from you starting as a coach and be like, I've been watching you for the past year, and I love how consistent you've been, and I love following your journey. Like, tell me what you're doing. Like, sometimes it honestly takes people that long to finally admit that they'd like to do what you're doing too. But it goes hand in hand. So if you think of it like that it's something that these small daily actions, like guys, I always say this business isn't hard. It's, it's hard work. You're putting in, your time, but that's all you're doing is you're putting in your time, and you get to choose how much time you want to put into it. You get to choose how much you'd like to make in your paycheck. You get to write your own story within this business. And if you do the daily activities, they add up like this. Like, you will not regret showing up, even if you didn't help somebody that week, because you might help 2 people the next week. So just know that it's all wrapped in together. When it comes to just like how our fitness is fitness and nutrition to see results, business is showing up publicly on social media, but also showing up behind the scenes. And I really want to emphasize that, because I feel like so many people think that, well, I'm posting, so why aren't 1,000 people reaching out to me wanting to join my challenge group? Yes, keep posting. People are watching you. They're seeing that you're showing up. But guys, we need to take control of our own actions, take responsibility for our businesses, and behind the scenes, be inviting these people that are liking our posts through social media, commenting, or maybe they're just constantly showing up in our news feeds, and getting out of our own comfort zones and out of our own ways and inviting them to join us behind the scenes. Because that is where you're really going to see success. Like, if you guys look at my Instagram, for example, I'll put up a call to action and you won't see a million comments below saying, I'm in, like, get me in this group. Like, you won't, but I will hit Success Club and might have high numbers one month because I'm going behind the scenes reaching out to all of these people. If any of us waited for all of these people to join us, I don't know if we would all still be coaches, right? You'd probably get very discouraged and feel like it's not working for you. But really, you just have to dig deeper behind the scenes and do those vital behaviors with the invites and the connections. And I promise you guys will start to see success. Know that as soon as you stop, and this goes with fitness too, as soon as you stop, as soon as you take your foot off the gas, your results get further and further away. And that doesn't mean that you have to like go full force, full throttle all the time, guys. Like, I totally get it. Life gets busy. We all have excuses. We all have stuff going on. But as soon as you disappear from social media for like days, or you just disappear from inviting people, you are just restarting. You're just rebuilding that momentum. So like, biggest tip is show up on social media, guys. Like, whether you're posting, honestly, one post a day will do it. Showing up in your Instagram stories, if you guys are anything like me, I've even done a poll one time asking if people paid more attention to Instagram stories versus actual posts. And most people said they just scroll stories, which is what I do. So those are my people too. So you'll see me a lot more in my stories than you will on my actual post. But I try to get up at least one post a day on my social media, because just the algorithms within Facebook and Instagram, like, the more you show up, the more you engage on their platforms, the more Instagram and Facebook is going to boost you up in other people's news feeds. So don't just go cold turkey. Like, get something up there. Like, stay in people's faces. That's where they need to see you. Don't overcomplicate this. And just know that comparison is the thief of joy. Like, do not compare yourself to somebody who's been coaching for years. Don't compare. It's just like we can't compare our fitness journeys to other people. There are so many different aspects that go into anything that you don't know what people are doing behind the scenes. You don't know how hard somebody is working within the time that they have. Just focus on yourself, on your own journey, same as your fitness with your business. Know that if you're doing that, your vital behaviors, you're filling out that Success Club business activity tracker, which is a great tool to use, guys, as like a tracker. You're doing something right and you're building momentum within your business. So don't compare yourself to other people. Show up for yourself and just tunnel vision with your own goals. And just like anything, it works if you work. I was that girl that tried every quick fix that said, oh no, that doesn't work because, it sucks, it didn't work for me. When really I didn't do anything. So I wasn't working. So if you think about, maybe you've tried a bunch of other fitness, I said at-home fitness doesn't work because I've tried it before, but I never did it, you guys. Like, I showed up and then I went back to eating McDonald's and Taco Bell every day. So like, no shit, the program didn't work for me because I wasn't doing it right. So it's the same thing with the business. Like, don't show up every other week and throw a post up and do nothing else and say, well, no, coaching doesn't work. It's not for me. Because you just got to get in the swing of it and find that groove and that balance. We talk about like an hour a day within your power hour of doing these vital behaviors. Know that that's going to look different for every single person. When I was a part-time coach, when I first started coaching, I worked 12-hour days in the salon. And I had maybe 10 minutes in between clients, in between like throwing color on or a haircut and people coming in. And that's how I built my business to get to be full-time, was in those 10-minute increments that I had. I was very intentional with my time. I knew that, okay, I got a 10-minute block coming up. I'm going to send out as many invites as I can get through within those 10 minutes. And then I would move on. So you might not have this perfect hour window to work your business. Even now that I'm home, I have 2 kids. I don't get that like perfect, magical, quiet time to work my business. I still work my business in what I call my mom cracks of the day. And that's just what works for me. So don't overwhelm yourself and be like, oh, I can't find an hour today. Because you know what? If you can find 10 or 15 minutes here or there in the line at Starbucks, like as you're waiting, whatever it may be, like just fit it in when you can. And that is just going to like pile up for you. And it's going to make a huge difference rather than just saying, I don't have time today. I don't have time today. And then it's been a week and you're like, well, my challenge group's starting on Monday. How come nobody wants to join? It's because you didn't invite anybody. Nobody can say yes if you don't actually ask them. So just don't be afraid to do that. So, okay. So what now? So that was a lot of info. Hopefully you guys got some good notes going. I can even put these slides in the call if that would be helpful. But if you haven't done this yet, start going through the new coach training that your coach provides. Commit to your program. Start drinking your shake. Start your personal development. Like I said, if you guys aren't like a huge reader, Audible is an amazing app. They do deals all the time, but even if I think it's like $14 a month or something, and you guys get a free book every single month with that, which most Audible books are like $20. So you're saving money. You're getting a new book each month. There's podcasts, there's YouTube, just fit in that 10 minutes, that personal development. Begin sharing your journey and inviting people to join you. Like I said, whether you signed up an hour ago, it doesn't matter. There's no difference between you sitting here right now and the top coach in the company. The only difference is that she's working harder and you can work just as hard and you can begin right now. It does not matter if you don't know every single ingredient in Shakeology, because guys, I don't. And I've been a coach for almost 5 years. It doesn't matter. You know how you feel. You know what coaching has done for you, even if it's been a week, even if you've made no money with coaching yet, you know how this community has made you feel, how the support has made you feel, how starting your program today, maybe today was your first day of your program, how just amazing it feels to be on track for once in a while, like it's a Monday and you're on track. Like, how these little things make you feel, and share that and invite people to join you. And don't wait until you feel ready, because you're never going to feel ready. Don't be an information hoarder and never actually implement anything. I always say this is a learn as you go business. You will always learn. You're going to learn something new every single day. And that's the cool thing about it. It never gets boring. You guys write your own story, and just don't get overwhelmed. One step at a time. One conversation, one goal at a time. Your uplines are there for you. Your fellow coaches are there for you. Just really decide where you'd like to take this business. Let them know and just go for it, honestly. Before we get into questions, if there are any, I just want to kind of leave you guys with a little bit of an action item. Is if you have not done this yet, post your coming out post as a coach, okay? People need to know what you're doing. Again, if you don't let people know what's going on, they're not going to know if they can join something. So a great example of that is you want a really clear, bright photo of yourself. Make it you. Try not to make it like you and 5 friends. And find good lighting, whether you have like a little light thing, or like standing in front of your refrigerator or whatever, like stand in front of a window, get a great picture of yourself with a nice smile, and do a post of like, hey guys, I just started this like amazing new journey. And I'm so pumped about it. Like today was day one. I already feel so good. Like who would like to join me? A really easy, non-committal way to do a post like this is to say, I'm so lucky my coach is allowing me to bring 3 girls into her group to do this exact same thing that I'm doing. Like, I would love for people to join me on this journey. And talk about it like that. Don't be like, hey guys, just signed up as a Beachbody coach and like I'm now selling Shakeology and Beachbody on Demand. Like, no, that screams like run away, go hide. Talk again, be yourself. If you guys use sorry, so you don't have to be classy. This is toilet paper to be a coach, okay? If you guys talk with emojis, if you use a lot of expression, like add those in your posts. People want to see that come across. And then get in your Instagram stories and talk about what you're doing. And just invite people. Don't like I said, who cares if somebody says no? Who cares if a stranger on social media is like, oh, here we go again? Like, who cares? They don't pay your bills. They don't affect your life. Okay. If I took people's opinions and tried to make a business out of it, I would have nothing. Okay. So just really get out there, do your coming out post, tag your coach in it if you want, send it to your coach before you post it. Maybe they'll help you tweak if you're getting a little like hung up on your words, but and end with that call to action with like a who wants to do this with me, or something like that. And then the next day, or within these next couple of days, I want you guys to look at all of those people that liked or commented on that post, and I just want you to send them a thank you message. And I just want you to say like, hey, thank you so much for supporting this new like journey that I'm on. I'm so pumped for it. Like, thanks for checking out my post. And then you can even say like, were you interested in being one of my 3 people? Like if you're inviting 3 people to that group and you're saying my coach is allowing me, like just ask them a question. Or were you just being really awesome and supporting me? It's as easy as that. And then people are either going to be like, I just, was just supporting you, or like, yeah, tell me more about it. And you just opened the door to talk to all of these people about this new thing that you guys have going on. And it's just going to continue from there. So let me stop sharing my screen. Does anybody have any questions? Oh, Mallory had to go. You guys can unmute yourselves or type it in the chat. And if not, we can hop off.
I don't have a question. I was trying to think of one the whole time, and every time I thought of one, you answered it.
Okay.
So I just want to say that was amazing, and this was like the most real and authentic thing ever. Like, you're pregnant, you're sick, like you're here, and this is just what it is. And I just wanted to say thank you to you for doing an amazing job, and for everyone who watched this whole thing and listened. This has been great.
You're welcome. Yeah, guys, like coaching doesn't need to be glamorous. Like you don't need to have your makeup on or like anything to be showing up on your Instagram stories, or just be yourself. Like people see right through fakeness. And if you don't want the people who think you should be a certain type of person. Like you want your people. Like I'm looking for those tired moms that like have had a day with their toddlers, okay, and just want some extra energy. Like that's what I'm looking for. Those are my people. And so that's who I talk to. So if you talk to who you were when you got signed up, you will find those you people and they will relate with you, and it's just going to be so much fun, and you guys are going to have a blast within this business. But just give it time and have patience and ask questions and always be willing to just learn and soak in every new thing and get on these calls, get on team calls, like so important, and you guys will do great. But you guys are welcome. All right, well, I have kept you guys for way too long. I told Sam, I was like, I'm going to keep it to 30 minutes, but I'm just not very good at that. So if you guys think of any other questions once you kind of digest this, feel free. You guys can always message me, ask your upline coaches, yeah, can't wait to see all of your faces on more team calls. I hope you guys have a great rest of your night.
Thanks,
Thank
Ashley.
you.
Bye, guys.
Bye.